You reach out, you run your hand down their back. They lean into you the way they always do, soft, trusting, half asleep. But here's what your cat actually feels at that moment. Not just your touch, not just your warmth. They feel every trace of what you carried in on your skin today. The lotion, the cleaner, the perfume that lingered on your sleeve, and their tiny liver, a fraction the size of yours, is quietly trying to filter all of it out. By the end of this video, you'll never see that moment the same way again, because 6 of the most ordinary things in your home may be the reason your cat has been feeling a little off lately, and you'd never suspect a single one of them. You love your cat. That's exactly why you're here. You're not the kind of person who scrolls past a title like this. You're the kind who notices, who saw them sneeze twice yesterday and wondered, who watched them walk away from their food this morning and felt something tighten in your chest. That quiet worry, that's devotion. That's the invisible thread between you and them. So let me say this before we go any further. Nothing in this video is meant to make you feel guilty. If anything in your home has ever caused your cat harm, it wasn't because you didn't care. It was because no one told you. The truth about these products has been hiding in plain sight, on shelves and cabinets in the air you both breathe. Tonight, we're going to change that, gently, together. Because the more you understand, the more deeply you get to protect them. Here's what most cat owners never learn. Your cat's body is not a smaller version of yours. It's a completely different chemistry set. They're missing a specific liver enzyme, called glucuronil transferase, that humans and even dogs use to break down everyday chemicals. Compounds your body neutralizes in an hour can circulate through your cat's bloodstream for days. And then there's the grooming. Your cat spends nearly a third of their waking life licking themselves clean. Every dust particle that settles on their fur, every residue that drifts onto their paws from the floor, every molecule that clings to their whiskers from the air, it all ends up on their tongue. And from there, inside them. Researchers who study feline toxicology have quietly confirmed something unsettling. House cats now carry measurable levels of dozens of household chemicals in their blood, often at concentrations higher than the humans they live with. Not because owners are careless, because cats are silent absorbers, living air filters, small bodies moving through a chemical world designed for people 10 times their size. That's the hidden truth beneath everything we're about to talk about. And it's why the 6 items on this list matter so much more than they seem. Let's start with the one hiding in the coziest corner of your home. The scented candle on your nightstand, the plug-in freshener behind the couch, the reed diffuser on the bookshelf. You light them because they make your home feel like home. Lavender for calm, vanilla for warmth, eucalyptus for that clean, spa-like hush after a long day. And your cat is right there with you, curled into the softness of it all. But here's what's really happening in that air. Most scented products release volatile organic compounds, tiny airborne particles that drift for hours after the flame goes out. In humans, they cause a mild headache at worst. In cats, they settle onto fur, into whiskers, into the delicate pink tissue of the lungs. And because cats breathe faster than we do, nearly twice as fast, they inhale twice the dose in half the time. Certain essential oils are worse. Tea tree, pine, citrus, peppermint, ylang-ylang, cinnamon. These aren't just irritating to cats. They're metabolically toxic. Even the vapor, even diluted, even from across the room. Have you ever noticed your cat leaving the room shortly after you lit a candle? That wasn't a coincidence. That was instinct. The same instinct that's kept their species alive for 10,000 years, quietly telling them something was wrong. But if that surprised you, number 2 explains something you've probably been doing every single week without a second thought. You clean because you care. Because a clean home is a safe home. Because you want your cat to walk on floors that sparkle and countertops that smell fresh. And that's exactly where the danger lives. Most multi-surface sprays contain a family of chemicals called quaternary ammonium compounds, quats for short. They're on the label as benzalkonium chloride, or dimethylammonium chloride, long words most of us skim past. To you, they're a fresh scent and a clean shine. To your cat, they're a burn. Here's the scene. You spray the counter. You wipe it down. It looks dry. It feels dry. Your cat hops up an hour later, walks across it, and jumps down. Later, on the windowsill, they start grooming, licking each paw pad clean, and every step they took across that dry counter is now on their tongue. Quats can cause painful mouth ulcers, fever, drooling, loss of appetite, and the symptoms can take 12 to 24 hours to appear, long after you've forgotten you cleaned it all. Bleach fumes are worse for their lungs than yours. Pine-scented cleaners contain phenols, and cats cannot process phenols at all. Their bodies simply have no pathway to break them down. Have you ever wondered why your cat sometimes avoids a freshly mopped floor? That wasn't stubbornness. That was their whiskers reading the chemistry of the air and quietly warning them. Beautiful, isn't it? How much they know that we don't. But if that made you rethink your cleaning cabinet, number 3 is going to make you rethink your bathroom shelf. This one is intimate, personal, and almost impossible to see coming. You moisturize your hands, you rub in your face cream, you dab a little essential oil onto your wrists. You reach for your cat. They headbutt your palm, they rub their cheek against your knuckles, they lick the salt off your fingertips because they love the taste of you. That's the moment. That's when it happens. Many skincare products, even the natural ones, even the expensive ones, contain ingredients that are safe on human skin but toxic when absorbed through a cat's system. Zinc oxide, common in sunscreens and diaper creams, is one of the worst. Even a tiny lick can trigger vomiting and over time damage red blood cells. Salicylic acid, the workhorse of acne treatments, is essentially a form of aspirin, and cats process aspirin roughly 15 times slower than humans do. A single grooming session over your treated skin can leave a residue that quietly builds up inside them for days. Then there are the clean beauty oils. Tea tree in your face serum, lavender in your body butter, peppermint in your lip balm, all of them on your skin becoming trace exposures your cat picks up every time they nuzzle you. Have you ever caught your cat licking your arm right after you moisturized and thought it was sweet? It is sweet. It's also the reason you might quietly wash your hands the next time. Not out of fear, but out of that same devotion that brought you here. Because you can still cuddle them, you can still let them love you. You just get to be a little more careful about what's on the skin they trust. But if that one hit close to home, number 4 lives in a room you probably never worry about at all. Picture your cat's favorite spot. Odds are it involves fabric. A sweater you left on the bed, a basket of warm laundry, the blanket that smells like you, your pillow, still soft with the shape of your head. Cats don't just sit on fabric, they press their faces into it. They need it. They sleep with their nose buried in it for hours. Whatever is woven into that fabric is what they breathe all night into some of the most sensitive tissue in their small bodies. And most laundry products are engineered to leave a residue. That fresh scent that lasts for days, it's designed to cling to fibers long after the wash. Fabric softeners coat fabric in a thin, waxy film. Dryer sheets deposit surfactants and fragrance compounds directly onto the surface. And your cat is lying face down in all of it. The most concerning ingredients are cationic detergents and synthetic musks. Cationic detergents can irritate their skin and cause chemical burns on the tongue if enough residue is groomed off. Synthetic musks accumulate in fat tissue over time, meaning the exposure doesn't just pass through. It stays. Have you ever noticed your cat sneezing after you change the sheets, or scratching more after laundry day? That's not a coincidence. That's their body sending you a small, silent signal. They can't read the label, but you can. And if that one made you pause, number 5 is something almost every cat owner has, without realizing what it does to them. This one isn't dramatic, it's cumulative. It's the slow kind of harm, the kind that hides inside routine. Look at where your cat eats, really look. If they eat from a plastic bowl, or drink from a plastic water fountain, here's what's happening. Every microscopic scratch on that plastic, the ones you can't see, the ones a running dishwasher creates over months, becomes a home for bacteria. A single plastic bowl can hold more bacteria than a toilet seat by the end of a week. It's not the plastic itself, it's the biofilm that grows in its tiny wounds. And then there's the chemistry. Cheap plastic can leach BPA, phthalates, and stabilizers into anything oily or warm, which is exactly what cat food is. Over years of daily meals, those trace exposures add up. Studies on domestic cats have found phthalate metabolites in the blood of nearly every cat tested, every single one. And then there's a subtler issue, one that has nothing to do with chemistry and everything to do with the shape of the bowl. Whisker fatigue. When a cat's sensitive whiskers press against the sides of a deep, narrow bowl every time they eat or drink, it overstimulates the nerves at the base. Some cats begin to associate eating with discomfort. They eat less, they drink less. They walk away from full bowls and get labeled picky, when really they were just uncomfortable. Have you ever watched your cat paw water out of their bowl and drink it off the floor? That's not weird behavior, that's a message. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. But if that surprised you, number 6 is the one owners feel most guilty about when they finally learn it. Because it hides inside the very thing we buy to make our cats' lives better. This is the one that keeps veterinarians up at night. Somewhere in a drawer or a cabinet, many households keep a tube of flea treatment. Maybe it was left over from a dog. Maybe it was a bottle grabbed from a shelf because the packaging looked similar. Maybe it was labeled for pets, and that felt close enough. Here's the truth almost no one is told out loud. A single ingredient, permethrin, is one of the most common causes of accidental cat poisoning in the world. It's safe for dogs. It's used in dog flea products at strong concentrations. And it is deeply, deeply toxic to cats. Even a small drop. Even secondhand exposure, like a cat grooming a dog they live with shortly after the dog was treated. The symptoms are heartbreaking. Tremors, seizures, drooling, muscle twitching. A cat who was purring on your lap in the morning, unable to stand by afternoon. It happens fast. And it happens to loving owners who genuinely thought they were protecting their cat. Beyond permethrin, there are other over-the-counter flea products marketed for cats that still cause serious reactions, especially in small cats, senior cats, or kittens. The safest path is almost always the one prescribed by a vet who knows your specific cat's weight, age, and health history. Have you ever felt your cat suddenly turn cold toward you after treatment, hiding, flinching, retreating to a closet? That wasn't my personality. That was painful. And now that you know, you have the power to change that story forever. So here's what you can do tonight. Not tomorrow, not next weekend. Tonight, start small, walk through your home with new eyes. Blow out the scented candles, unplug the diffusers, open a window for 15 minutes and let your cat breathe air that isn't perfumed. That alone is a gift. In the kitchen, put the harshest cleaners in a cabinet that closes tight. Replace one, just one, with something as simple as diluted white vinegar or a pet-safe enzymatic cleaner. Wait until surfaces are fully dry before letting your cat walk on them. That single habit change protects them every day for the rest of their life. Wash your hands after applying lotion, sunscreen, or essential oils before you pet them. It takes 10 seconds. It's a small ritual of love. Skip fabric softener and dryer sheets on their favorite blankets. Or better, designate a cat blanket you wash with nothing but hot water and a splash of unscented detergent. Swap the plastic food bowl for a shallow ceramic or stainless steel dish, wide enough that their whiskers don't touch the sides. Clean it every single day. And that flea treatment? Take 5 minutes tomorrow. Call your vet. Ask what's actually right for your specific cat, not the general one on the shelf. Yours. None of this is a chore. All of it is devotion. Look at them. Look at the way they trust you, the way they turn toward the sound of your voice, the way they choose your lap over every other soft place in the world. They will never read a label. They will never question the air. They will never wonder what's on your hands when you reach for them. They just trust that whatever you bring near them is safe. That's the bond. That's the imprint. That's the quiet, unspoken devotion between a cat and the human they have chosen. Tonight, they get to be a little safer because you decided to learn. If this helped you understand them a little more deeply, a gentle tap on the like button tells other cat parents to find this too. And if you'd like more of these quiet truths, the ones no one told you when you first brought your cat home, you're always welcome to subscribe and stay a while. Now go find them, sit down beside them, run your hand down their back, and feel, for the first time, everything that small, trusting body has been quietly telling you all along.